Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Leading You. I hope you've been enjoying the episodes lately. What I wanted to share with you today is something that really tested me. And this episode is short and sharp, and it's probably going to stir something in you because I'm not talking about what you stand for. I'm talking about what you refuse to stand for and why that might be the clearest reflection of who you are as a leader and as a person. A few years ago now, I was invited to speak at an event in Malaysia, and it was very exciting. We were going to Kuala Lumpur and also Penang. So Penang, I'm sure it was Penang. Anyway, details. I was flown in as what they called the motivational speaker. So like as the coach, I was really like the keynote. So it was one of those big stage lights and action kind of event. And the brief was clear. It was to really help people to step outside of their comfort zone and to do what they need to do in their profession to achieve their goals and to break through fear and to, break down things that are holding them back. And I was really excited about it. I'd not been to Malaysia before, so this was really awesome. Anyway, so we get there, and the first event, that was in KL, and that was great. Delivered a keynote there. It went down really well. Had some really great conversations with people. And then we went to Penang, which was probably, I suppose, the main event. So this is all about breaking through fear and breaking down boundaries. So, and to really conquer your fear and step into your bravery. So partway through the session, there was me as the keynote, and then the organizers did something that no one knew about. And this is was a really great lesson for me and professionally at the time. But what the event organizers did is they walked on stage and, now we're going to invite people on stage to really break through their fear. And I saw that they had one of those calico bags, one of those Hessian bags. And inside of my gut, I thought, oh no, I think there is a snake in that bag. And I started going into major panic mode because here I am on the stage, the keynote speaker, helping people to break through their boundaries, comfort zones, helping them to conquer fear and step into their brave. And if this is going to play out how I think it's going to play out, I'm not going to be able to do it. Sure enough, they pull this great big python out of a bag and they're challenging people to hold the snake to conquer their fear of, holding a snake. So to me, that is not brave. It is not symbolic, and it's non-inspiring. It is totally exploitative because that snake in that bag is drugged so that it doesn't bite or strangle anyone. Animal welfare is something that I am incredibly passionate about. So you will not see me ride an elephant in Asia. You will not see me pat tigers in Asia or anywhere. I will not hold I will not hold pets for any type of animal, for any type of entertainment. That is not who I am, and that's not who I stand for, because often These animals are treated inhumanely. Keeping a snake in a bag is inhumane. Drugging a tiger so that you can pat it is inhumane to me. Like, for our entertainment, a majestic wild animal is treated so badly just so we can get some 10 minutes of enjoyment out of it. Not who I stand for. So I'm at a crossroads here. I'm like, shit, I'm the motivational speaker. I am not going to compromise my values and hold this snake. So I had to opt out of this activity, and that did not go down well. That did not go down with the organizers at all. And as a result of all of that, I've never been invited back to that event. And you know what? I am okay with that, because if I had held that snake, if I had compromised my values and something that I am so passionately against, I would have regretted that my entire life. My entire life. I don't care if reptiles, freaking spiders, lizards, things I've seen in Thailand on the streets that you can hold, because, oh my God, that would be amazing to do that. It is not brave. It's not symbolic. It's something I feel so sick about. And in every fibre of my being, I knew I couldn't do that. And I said no, because I chose alignment. And here's the thing about leadership, and it's something that we don't talk about enough. It's not defined by what you say yes to. It is often defined by what you say no to, by how strongly you uphold your boundaries without apology. That moment on stage, that wasn't about the snake. It was about a choice to lead from who I am, not who I am expected to be. And those choices, they're never convenient. That wasn't a convenient choice. And it wasn't necessarily one that worked well for me professionally, but personally, that worked very, very well for me. These choices, they often cost you something. They can cost you status. They can cost you comfort, and they can often cost you a seat at the table, or a spot as a speaker, as an event. But they're choices that build trust. They're choices that build self-respect, and they build legacy. Because people won't always remember what you have achieved, but they'll never forget what you stand your ground on. So let me ask you, what do you refuse to tolerate? What's the line that you will not cross, even when the room wants you to, even when they're cheering you on, even when they're egging you on, and they really want you to hold that metaphorical snake? What is the thing that you refuse to do? Because this is not about being perfect. It's about being clear. It's about having clarity on who you are and what you stand for, and even most importantly, against. Leadership isn't about titles or how polished your LinkedIn is. It's about your inner compass, your backbone, and your boundaries, and the courage that you have to honor them, even when no one is watching. So this episode is a reminder. The real flex in your leadership isn't proving your power. It's holding your ground, even when it's uncomfortable and even when it costs you. So if something in this episode hit home for you, please share it. Start the conversation with your team. Journal on it. Ask yourself hard questions. Are you compromising something that is really, really important to you, professionally or personally? And you need to put a stop to that, to be in alignment with who you are, to build that trust that you have with you and the self-respect that you have with you. Leadership isn't just what you say on stage when people are watching you. It's revealed in the quiet moments when you choose to say, this is who I am, and this is what I stand for, and this is what I won't stand for. So thanks for listening to this episode. And as I said, if this resonates with you, I would love for you to share this. So thank you for tuning into Leading You, and I'll speak to you very soon.